Deep within the ancient forest, the extraction of thousand-year-old giants begins.
Taking down these colossal structures is an amazing sight, but extreme danger lurks in every step.
Mathematical precision is required to direct thousands of tons of falling timber.
Raw mechanical power is unleashed to cut through centuries of dense hardwood. The initial undercut dictates the exact direction this colossal giant will fall.
Industrial wedges secure the massive weight, preventing the tree from crushing the equipment. As the final holding wood is severed, gravity prepares to take control. 1,000 years of growth succumbs to gravity in a matter of seconds.
The earth-shattering impact is a terrifying reminder of the sheer mass of these ancient trees.
Once the giant is down, the highly dangerous work of preparing the massive log begins. Stripping the lateral branches transforms the ancient tree into a transportable cylinder.
The giant must be bucked into specific lengths to survive the treacherous journey out of the forest.
Forging the connection between the fallen giant and the hauling machinery requires heavy steel rigging.
Massive diesel yarders use thousands of feet of steel cable to drag the impossible weight up steep terrain.
Dragging the ancient timber requires raw, uncompromising industrial force.
The raw timber reaches the landing zone, the staging area for its transport to the factory. Freed from the drag lines, the giant timber awaits the heavy loaders.
Hydraulic behemoths take control, ready to load the ancient giant for its final journey out of the forest. Heavy industrial lifting equipment must carefully maneuver the immense weight of the ancient hardwood.
The specialized heavy transport vehicles are engineered specifically to bear the crushing weight of giants.
Securing a multi-ton cylinder of solid wood for highway transport requires absolute fail-safe protocols.
High-tension steel bindings prevent the deadly cargo from rolling during the treacherous descent. Immense horsepower is ignited, ready to drag the ancient behemoth out of the wilderness.
The heavy transport battles the hostile terrain, carrying the forest's greatest prize.
Navigating the sheer mountain drop-offs with a load this heavy leaves absolutely no margin for error.
Gravity is a constant, deadly enemy when moving thousand-year-old timber down a mountain.
It takes constant, intense mechanical manipulation to keep the crushing weight under control.
The extreme friction generates massive heat, a constant threat during the steep descent.
Escaping the mountain, the raw timber hits the high-speed arteries leading to the industrial sector. On the open road, the sheer, impossible scale of the ancient giant becomes truly apparent.
The ancient giant finally arrives at the gates of the high-tech processing fortress.
Before entering the yard, the raw mass of the timber must be perfectly calculated. The timber enters the holding yard, a chaotic staging ground for the world's largest trees.
The colossal offloading machines move in, ready to rip the ancient log from its transport. Colossal stackers bite into the timber, relieving the transport haulers of their crushing burden. The heavy transport's mission is complete,
handing the giant over to the yard logistics team. Maneuvering a 1,000-year-old tree through the bustling yard requires masterful spatial awareness. The giant is sorted into the heavy timber staging area, joining other massive ancient logs. The factory's digital nervous system takes control, dictating the exact processing path for the wood.
Continuous water conditioning prevents the ancient hardwood from drying out and cracking in the sun.
Moisture preservation is critical to maintaining the structural integrity of the giant timber.
When it is time for processing, overhead portal cranes handle the impossible weight.
Airborne transport safely moves the ancient giant over the chaotic maze of the staging yard.
The giant approaches the iron mouth of the main facility, ready for the violent breakdown process.
The raw timber is loaded onto the primary intake ramp, crossing the threshold from yard to factory. Relentless mechanical spikes grip the ancient bark, dragging the immense weight upward. Inch by inch, the heavy timber is forced toward the high-speed processing blades. Factory operators monitor the critical intake flow, ensuring the massive logs don't jam the system.
The ancient giant stands at the threshold of the modern industrial gauntlet.
Crossing the barrier, the timber enters the violent, high-speed heart of the processing plant.
Welcome to the roaring belly of the beast, where the real danger finally begins.
1,000-year-old trees hold history within their rings, including hidden metal that acts like deadly shrapnel to saw blades. Cleared of internal shrapnel, the giant moves forward to shed its ancient armor.
Industrial hydroblasting strips away exterior debris that could fatally shatter the high-speed saw teeth.
Tons of forest earth are washed away, revealing the raw structure of the ancient giant. To reach the valuable heartwood, the tree's thick, 1,000-year-old armor must be violently ripped away. Pneumatic tension forces the spinning steel hooks to trace the exact contour of the colossal trunk. Centuries of protective armor are violently shredded in a matter of seconds.
Stripped of its skin, the true scale and pristine quality of the ancient hardwood is finally exposed.
Nothing goes to waste. The ancient bark will be burned to generate high-pressure steam for the factory.
High-speed optical scanners map the exact topographical geometry of the ancient timber.
Artificial intelligence calculates the most profitable way to dissect the 1,000-year-old giant.
Complex algorithms instantly calculate the optimal cut patterns to maximize the yield of the precious heartwood. The digital blueprint is confirmed, and the colossal log is routed to its designated primary saw. Extreme pneumatic force is required to sort and position these massive raw cylinders. The naked giants are queued, waiting to face the most dangerous machine in the entire facility. The raw timber is secured to the main carriage, locking it in for the violent primary breakdown.
The carriage moves with lethal speed, aligning the ancient wood with the colossal steel blade.
The moment of truth has arrived. The ancient giant prepares to meet the colossal saw.
The carriage charges forward, delivering the raw timber to the undisputed king of the factory floor.
Millions of pounds of pension allow the ultra-thin steel blade to slice through centuries of growth.
The violent breakdown generates literal tons of sawdust every single minute.
The first cut establishes a perfectly flat face, the critical foundation for all future processing.
Time is money. The massive carriage returns to the starting line at blinding speed.
Pass after pass, the chaotic round shape of nature is forced into a perfect geometric square. The prize is finally revealed. The incredibly dense, priceless heartwood of the ancient giant.
The squared core moves deeper into the factory to face the ultimate multi-blade gauntlet.
Heavy spiked rollers seize the timber, dragging it into a relentless wall of spinning steel.
The colossal block is ripped apart simultaneously by dozens of razor-sharp tungsten carbide blades.
High-velocity vacuum systems remove the combustible dust, neutralizing a critical factory hazard.
In one terrifying pass, the ancient heartwood is successfully split into raw boards.
The raw cuts form an endless river of wet, dense lumber, flowing rapidly across the green chain. Every single newly cut board must be instantly analyzed to maximize its structural value. Digital optical scanners spot microscopic defects faster than the human eye.
Automated edgers chop away the last remnants of the tree's exterior, leaving only perfect geometric lumber.
The colossal ancient tree has been entirely broken down, ready for the crucial drying and finishing stages. Automated drop sorters instantly categorize the ancient wood by its exact geometric dimensions. The raw lumber accumulates into massive batches, sorted by size to ensure uniform drying. Sorted and batched, the heavy, wet lumber moves toward the critical stacking matrix. Proper airflow is a matter of survival for the wood. Thin spacers guarantee heat can penetrate every layer. Without these precise gaps, the wet wood would instantly rot and warp, destroying the priceless timber. Layer by layer, a massive, breathable tower of ancient timber is constructed. The master stack stands ready for the most critical transformation process in the factory. Transporting the wet, dense stacks requires customized heavy machinery capable of lifting impossible loads. The raw timber is delivered to the thermal gauntlet, the industrial dry kilns.
Inside these aluminum fortresses, the ancient wood will be subjected to a brutal, artificial desert.
Breaking the airtight seal prepares the thermal chamber to receive the massive load of wet timber. The priceless heartwood is positioned directly into the path of the colossal heating elements. The chamber is hermetically sealed. There is no escape from the impending thermal blast.
Extreme thermal energy is blasted through the precise sticker gaps, beginning the violent extraction of moisture.
The deep, cellular moisture of a 1,000-year-old tree is boiled and forced to the surface. Tons of internal water mass are violently expelled, permanently stabilizing the ancient timber.
The brutal thermal transformation is complete. The ancient, wet giant has been forged into stable, premium hardwood.
Having survived the extreme thermal shock, the stable timber moves toward the precision finishing lines. Giant hydraulic hoists manage the delicate task of unstacking the towering blocks of timber. The spacers have done their job. They are recycled, while the dry boards race toward the planers.
Advanced moisture sensors guarantee every board has achieved perfect structural stability.
The rough, dark exterior of the dried wood is about to be violently shaved away. Razor-sharp helical blades rotate at thousands of RPM, stripping away the rough surface. The violent shaving process generates the final byproduct, instantly vacuumed away for fuel. The true, breathtaking beauty of the 1,000-year-old tree is finally revealed to the world. With the grain exposed, artificial intelligence conducts the ultimate quality audit.
The AI determines the exact value of the timber based on strict architectural standards.
Automated high-speed saws instantly eliminate any imperfections identified by the digital brain.
Precision routing ensures the final product will interlock seamlessly for flooring or paneling.
Every piece of flawless timber receives the permanent mark of factory approval.
High-speed robotics handle the delicate finished product, preventing any surface scratches.
Automated stacking ensures absolute geometric perfection for the final packaging. High-tension bindings lock the priceless timber into secure, unbreakable units. Every bundle is digitally verified, ensuring a flawless chain of custody.
The finished masterpiece moves to the final stage: weatherproofing for global transport.
Forced thermal energy activates the heavy plastic wrap, sealing the standard bundles from environmental moisture.
The protective shell is established, preparing the timber for treacherous global shipping conditions.
Liquid wax seals the vulnerable end grain, preventing catastrophic cracking during transcontinental transport. The most visually stunning cuts bypass the standard line, diverted for bespoke architectural finishing.
Aggressive wire brushing removes the soft pulp, bringing the ancient, three-dimensional grain to life.
High-velocity air strips away the debris, leaving a perfectly clean canvas for the protective finish.
A cascade of natural, penetrating oils saturates the fibers, locking in the magnificent colors of the heartwood.
Ultraviolet light instantly cures the oil, forging an impenetrable, museum-quality finish. High-speed cotton buffers massage the finish, resulting in a flawless, architectural-grade sheen. Micro-beveling the edges guarantees seamless integration for the world's most demanding builders.
Even in a world of high-speed robotics, the human hand remains the ultimate judge of true craftsmanship.
Laser precision etches the final mark of excellence, certifying the ancient origin of the timber.
Such rare and priceless material requires packaging that reflects its extraordinary value. Expanding polymers lock the heavy timber in place, ensuring zero movement during transit.
The protective vault is sealed, securing the 1,000-year-old masterpiece within.
An embossed seal of authenticity guarantees the unique history of the timber inside. The architectural-grade products are staged, representing the absolute pinnacle of the factory's output.
A select few masterpieces are pulled from the line to undergo the ultimate scientific scrutiny.
Inside the sealed laboratory, the finished masterpiece undergoes extreme scientific validation.
A microscopic core sample is taken to analyze the exact internal structure of the wood.
Microdensity scanning confirms the extreme structural integrity of the ancient growth rings.
Isotopic analysis provides absolute proof of the timber's incredible 1,000-year journey.
Total internal stability is confirmed, ensuring the wood will never warp or crack in its final installation. The ancient hardwood proves its legendary density, resisting extreme blunt force impacts.
The protective UV shell demonstrates absolute resistance to chemical degradation. Science provides the ultimate verdict. The masterpiece is flawless and cleared for release.
Certified and sealed, the architectural masterpiece is ready for the world's most elite projects. Approval granted, the massive mechanical heart of the processing factory resumes its furious pace. Thousands of board feet of premium lumber surge toward the massive logistics center. Automated sorting routes every single massive bundle to its exact dispatch zone. Emerging from production, the timber enters the colossal logistics center. The finished products accumulate, ready for high-density storage and final dispatch. Overhead gantry cranes manage the immense weight of the finished, packaged lumber. Perfect geometric stacking ensures maximum storage density and stability for the heavy cargo.
Autonomous systems constantly monitor the millions of board feet suspended in the high-density matrix.
Global construction schedules dictate the exact moment the timber must leave the fortress. Heavy lifters answer the dispatch call, moving with urgent precision to retrieve the order. The finished timber is pulled from the high-density storage matrix, ready for the open road. The logistics network synchronizes seamlessly to move the ancient wood from storage to shipping. The transport fleet stands ready to distribute the factory's priceless yield across the globe. Digital manifests ensure every single board reaches its exact architectural destination. High-tension straps lock the priceless cargo to the flatbed, securing it against highway turbulence. Transporting this level of heavy luxury requires a meticulous final safety protocol. The highway hauler takes command of the multi-million-dollar load. The ancient wood departs the factory, completely transformed from its raw forest state.
Returning to the outside world, the ancient giant begins its final journey to the builder.
The machines never sleep. The relentless cycle of processing giants continues without pause. This factory stands as a titan of industry, mastering and repurposing the raw power of nature. The result of this violent, high-tech gauntlet is absolute architectural perfection. Millions of board feet of ancient history are perfectly preserved in climate-controlled suspension. A synchronized logistics network executes the final handoff to the global market.
This is the highest grade ancient timber we've processed. And this is how modern factories produce premium ancient timber from start to finish.
Please like, share, and subscribe.